Hello. The Kalam Cosmological argument, made famous by William Lane Craig, is made up of three statements. First, that anything that begins to exist has a cause. Second, that the universe began to exist, and therefore third, that the universe was caused. Let's see if we can express this in code.
Here we've opened up Notepad and we write option explicit to catch errors. We define a type called subject that will hold three variables which are began to exist, has a cause, both booleans, true or false, and name, which is a string. The sub is called Kalam Cosmological argument, and we'll have three subjects, or four: God, universe, Bobby, and cats. And then we will give the names to each. So God.name will be God, universe.name will be the universe, Bobby.name will be Bobby, and let's give cats.name Great Cats as its string name. Then we'll assign the Boolean value began to exist, so God has always been, never began to exist, but the universe began to exist, and Bobby began to exist. And same with cats. So these are temporal things, they have a time and place. Okay, so now for has a cause, they all initially start with a Boolean value of false, but after passing these variables to the function, we'll see if they change. So here I'm creating a new sub, not a function, and we'll be passing the subject to each one. We'll be passing universe, God, Bobby, and cats, and we'll output to the immediate window with a debug.print the result of the subroutine. So if, as a cosmological argument goes, if the subject began to exist is true, then it has a cause, else it does not have a cause. So what we would expect is if God did not begin to exist, then he does not have a cause, but if the universe began to exist, then it has a cause. Here we're concatenating the name and a couple strings in order to express our two different outputs in the if-else statement. Okay, then we'll call the subroutine while passing in the four different variables. Okay, and then we'll paste that into Excel and check it out. If this is your first time using Excel VBA, you need to add the developer option to the menu ribbon. So first click on File, then click on Options, then click on Customize ribbon, and after that click on the Developer checkbox and check that box like so. So here inside of a folder you can or let's create a new folder, why not? Okay, and inside let's open the folder and right click on an empty space and then click New Microsoft Excel Worksheet. We'll call this Kalam 1. Then we'll double click on the worksheet, and now what we'll do is we'll click File, and we'll go down to Options. We'll click on the Customize ribbon, and then if it's not selected, click and check the Developer checkbox and click OK. So at the top of the screen, you will see a Developer option. The next thing that you'll do is you will save. So click File and then save it. And now click on the Save As Type. Click here and choose Excel Macro Enabled Workbook. That allows code. Okay, and click Save. All right. And so now we can jump into, click on Developer, click on Visual Basic. And if you have a blank gray canvas, then all you would need to do is you would need to click Insert Module, and it would create a module there. I have two modules here. Let's just go with module 1. Okay. And we're going to paste the code that I put in the notepad. Now, before we step through the code and ensure that our code works, let's review the Kalam cosmological argument, which is all things that began to exist have a cause. The universe has a cause, and so the universe began to exist. So what does that look like in code? So inside the Visual Basic editor, I will press F8 after clicking on the sub. And so here we are declaring the variable God, and we are assigning values to the name and began to exist Boolean, as well as for universe, Bobby, and cats. Okay. Then we're going to call the apply Kalam 4 times, passing in a different variable, and then it will be output to the immediate window. So let's first start with universe, and the result is, if we look here, the universe has a cause because the universe began to exist. Jump back to apply Kalam to God. God does not have a cause because God did not begin to exist. Okay, and now for Bobby, certainly Bobby has a cause because Bobby began to exist. He's only 35 years old. And for cats, gray cats have a cause because gray cats began to exist.
In conclusion, we have demonstrated that the Kalam cosmological argument is logically sound, and we have refuted the existence of an uncaused universe. God, thank you, God bless you, and until next time.